continue the conversation. Had some other videos to share too, which were pretty. Let's see. Are we on? Are we live again? I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, some of the other guests.
Moved by the uploader. What does this mean? This is weird. I don't know what happened. Don't worry about it, Audrey. I'll just continue for like another 20 minutes or so. It's okay. Had tweet. Oh, had a video. Is this let's see, how's this doing here? I'm live, but I don't see the live window. Where'd it go? I've lost my live window. I don't know where it went. Oh, go live. Connection timed out. All right, we'll try it again. No, this isn't the right one. Not the right one.
Bring you live whenever.
Okay, I am live, but I can't find my window. I lost my live window. It's really weird. Live on YouTube. Okay, so we're back. Thanks to all the listeners on Ascension Radio and to everybody who is in the live chat. I have not found my live chat window yet. And I wanted to share something that was happening in Canada that I was really concerned about, something that came to my attention. And, you know, it's so disturbing what's happened. Let me see if I can find my live chat window. Live on YouTube. Is it live? No, it is live, but I don't know where on earth my YouTube live dashboard is. Okay, whatever. So I'm going to screen share this, even though I can't see my live window. I don't know where it went. This is disturbing because this is an elderly couple, or I don't know, they have some accent. Oops, that's not the right one. Sorry. It's the wrong window. Who seem to be at some event in Ontario where apparently they were protesting the government. It was like an anti-government protest or whatever, something to that effect, right? And I'm not sure if this is in Ontario for sure. According to the comments in the comments section of the video, it's in Ontario, but I can't 100% verify it. But whatever's happening is these people are being forcibly removed from their home, and they're being told that it's for their own good. Let's listen in and see what's really happening here. This is the beginning when they first come in and tell the people what's going on.
I was going to let you know, you had some questions for me, and now the reason why I'm telling you why we were here, my colleagues came out yesterday, they submitted a report based on your interactions. We have some concerns for your well-being and your safety. Okay?
Thank you, so nice of you.
It's so nice of you. It's so hypocritical, actually.
What I'm here to let you know is that based on the concerns that were put forward yesterday with your report, we have contacted a judge, and the judge has issued what's called a Form 2. What that is to do, and it directs me, as being a police officer, that I'm to take both of you to St. Joseph's Hospital right now for an examination.
No way.
No way.
Unfortunately, I don't have that. We don't have that discretion.
No right.
You have no right.
You have no right to do that.
You have no right.
No.
That's what this is for. I can let you know. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a form to the Ministry of Health that's been backed by a provincial judge.
That doesn't mean anything.
We don't care about it.
Okay. That's neither here nor there if you care or not. This is my authorities and this is what I have to do.
Wow.
So I beg of you to come cooperatively.
No.
So you're not going to come cooperatively?
No. I don't.
So what is,
you're not authority.
Okay.
Our God is authority. You cannot do this.
That I respect that for you. Unfortunately, my standpoint and my position is that I'm paid to enforce this. Okay, this is my job. This is my job. This is my role. I have an obligation.
Wow,
I took an oath to serve and protect.
You're really humbugs.
And just to let you know, I'm here to protect you. The reason why I want to take you there.
All right, let's move ahead.
You're
Process.
forcing our
Has
body
nothing to do with any
to
of that.
move somewhere. It's already forced.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We are. We agree. We are.
Against our will.
We don't want to have to physically force you, okay?
I don't have
We
to
have-
listen to you.
Well, you do, sir, because otherwise we have to go hands-on. We have to handcuff you and
Because-
put you back to a cruise. We don't
Because
wanna do
you're
that.
not my authority. Because you're not our authority. Our authority is
We're
God.
acting under our authority, okay?
I don't care.
And I respect you don't
I don't
agree
care.
with that authority.
I don't care.
But we do have that authority,
I don't care.
okay? So who wants to go first? So this is going to happen, folks, but it's just a matter of how you
Barefoot.
you want to go barefoot? Okay. Can you stand up, please, sir?
However you want.
Can you stand up, please?
No. You have to stand up.
Can you stand up, please? Please do this. I beg of you, one last time I'm going to ask you. Stand up on your own. Okay. Just put your hands behind your back, please. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
We are sick people. POTUS did this, a long time ago, and a long time ago.
It's
that was
police. I'm not sure. I can't really read where it's from.
Brothers,
People.
sisters.
Is that okay? Is that too tight?
These people are being arrested and they're being brought to a mental health facility for observation, which means they're probably not going to get out anytime soon, right? Because they were, protesting? I don't know exactly what they were doing, but, this isn't looking good, folks. I don't like this. You can go to this YouTube channel, The Rubber Duck, and check it out. Check out what they're saying about it, where this was. They're forcing these people to medical evaluations. It's really unbelievable. Yeah. This is in Toronto, according to this person here. The officers don't even have masks on, and they could be, who knows what's really going on. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention because it's very concerning what's going on. We don't, they were sitting in their homes, peacefully, but they said something about a report that these people made. They did something and, they got a letter from a judge who said these people need to be taken in for psychiatric evaluation. I mean, I don't know what's going on in this world, folks, right now. This is a little bit, it's a little bit scary, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if I'm back, folks, to be honest with you. Can you give me live stream health? Am I live? Is this live right now? Can you tell me if this is live? Yeah, Drake Bailey. I'm going to have Drake coming on pretty soon. Can you all tell me if this is live? Because I can't tell. I lost my window. Yeah, it dropped off all the people who were watching, and now it's we're trying to bounce back up. Can you guys tell me if can you give me a thumbs up if this is live or not? Because I can't tell because I can't even see. Yes, it's live. Okay, thank you. I know it's live. It's live on the radio, but I don't have my my live stream video up there. But whatever. So there's crazy things that are going on, folks, with regard to this this coronavirus, this pandemic, all the excuses that they're giving us for. Yeah, it's live on the radio. At least I see. Thank you for that. I got our radio folks over there giving me messages, so I appreciate it. Thanks, Evie. Yeah, so here we have the president tweeting "Make America Great Again." I saw a really disturbing video that, my God, was making me cry. I couldn't even handle it. It was this prisoner that was released from, or no, I don't know if he was a prisoner. He might have been. But it was someone who had a violent history, who was placed in a nursing home, and he was abused. I mean, he's a boxer, this guy. Apparently, they were reporting that he was some kind of boxer who was abusing this man in this nursing home. I was just, oh my God, I couldn't even believe how incredibly, disturbing this was. This was very disturbing. Oh my God, what is that? Who knows what that is? I'm going to screen share some more. Oh, you know what I didn't talk about on this POTUS report was what was going on with Q. And also, things in Hong Kong are not going good. I think they're really clamping down. You're not hearing any news out of Hong Kong. And you are, I think they are moving in to make that final, I don't know, implore that final, I would say, fascist, communist control over the population in Hong Kong. We're not getting any news out of Hong Kong. So, folks, if you know anybody who has contacts with people in Hong Kong, or if you have anybody's getting any videos or information from there, please forward them over to the GoldFish Report so we can get an idea of what's going on, because it's not looking good for the people over in Hong Kong, to be honest. It's not looking good at all. But what I'm going to do is just take a little time to screen share what's been going on with Q, what Q's been posting lately. So let's do that. This is kind of like an addendum to the report, because I didn't want to make the POTUS report a 2-hour report. So I just wanted to do this little addendum. It's still part of the report. I'm not giving it a new name or anything, but we'll take a look at what Q's been posting and see how this all fits into the overall plan, right? I don't know if you can see this, actually, if I can make it. Can't really make it bigger right now, but here it says surveillance of reporters Sarah Carter and John Solomon terminated. So they were also involved in the request to monitor members of the press. Interesting. According, I think that would be included in, this was an impeachment inquiry, Devin Nunes, State Department, Yovanovitch, strange, irregular requests to monitor certain journalists, right? Well, let's take a look at what Q is saying. How do you convince people a vaccine is necessary? Critical, right? Influenza deaths, request correction. Well, we know that they've been false reporting COVID deaths. Basically, anybody who died who may have had, symptoms of COVID were considered a COVID death, which, Deborah Birx had admitted to this in a White House press conference. I can't believe she would do something like that, but she did. And U.S. data on influenza deaths are false and misleading. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention acknowledges a difference between flu death and flu-associated death, yet uses the terms interchangeably. Additionally, there are significant statistical incompatibilities between official estimates and national vital statistics data. Compounding these problems is a marketing of fear, a CDC communication strategy in which medical experts predict dire outcomes during flu season, apply to COVID-19 data reports. So this is what they're using. They're obviously fudging the numbers. We know this. We've been reporting about this on Political Theater with the FETs since it happened, basically. As soon as we started seeing that, the hospitals weren't overrun with, COVID patients. There was no, it wasn't the scenes we were seeing out of Wuhan, China. What we were seeing out of Wuhan, China, that was genocide. We're not seeing that here. President Trump caught on to that so fast and shut this down, shut communication down, shut travel down from China, and shut this country down very quick, in a timely manner, but eventually let's nip this in the bud. Let's not let this spread, and let's not let this be what this was in Wuhan, right? But of course, there's multiple reports, as Judy Mikovits has said, that 5G was involved in this, and that's what happened over in Wuhan, and they had an extensive 5G network. But was that all that was there? Was they all had cell phones? Folks, I think that you probably don't even need 5G. All you need is a cell phone. And you can probably, with the plasma, as this report I'm going to be doing on this bio API with this artificial intelligence, it's something they probably already have the ability to do, which is probably how they can trigger certain people to go do mass shootings and things like that, was through your cell phone. through your interaction. This is a plasma which interacts with our bio field around our body. So we're inviting them into our homes and in our minds and into our personal bio API fields via that phone. And we're going to pay a price for it if we don't wake up and do something to protect ourselves from it. Why are select journalists so invested with instilling fear regarding hydroxychloroquine? And did you see that there were several news reports about, who was it today that came out and said that there's no study that shows hydroxychloroquine is effective against the coronavirus. This was a mainstream media outlet I saw this on today. This was crazy. So let's see what else Q has to say. It's been posting a lot lately, right? Important to note, future events, right? Masking versus unmasking, incidentally intercepted via direct target. 702 collection. How does the CIA collect intelligence? See, now we're starting to get an inside look into how all of this operates and what was done and how things were covered up, right? CIA is not governed by FISA. Intelligence operations were conducted outside the U.S. with the cooperation of Five Eyes, right? FBI is under FISA. Foreign counterintelligence mission is principally domestic. Target location, U.S. or abroad. Foreign intelligence collection of U.S. persons, official versus unofficial. What central ABC agency played quarterback? So this is where Q is trying to, show us how this works. He also had another post here that gave us some insight into really how sophisticated this cover-up was and how they never thought they were going to get caught because they never thought she'd lose, right? Now, interestingly, and I did bring this up last week, was that this whole issue of Joe Scarborough and the death of this intern has come back into the news again. And the question is, what has really happened with regard to, he even joked about it on an Imus in the Morning clip, which I posted in that report as well. 498, where he joked about, Imus was really joking with Joe Scarborough about, oh, what do you, why did you become, a U.S. senator, so you could have an affair with an intern and kill her, and they joked and laughed about it. Like, this isn't really something you joke and laugh about, but he did. So let's just check out what this, actually, this is a link. Yeah, Kayleigh McEnany is really owning the media these days. She's doing such an incredible job, right? Here they are. She holds a briefing. As soon as the cameras go on, the masks go on. As soon as and 2 days later, all the masks are off, right? So, oh, I'm sorry. 2 days later, they put them all back on. It's really just the desperation of the Democrats right now, and I think that's also why you're seeing this push for them to release all these prisoners. Where I would agree that releasing some of them might be a good idea if they've all tested, if there's such high rates of the coronavirus in the prisons. They definitely have treated these people as less than human, regardless of why they're in there. So, so we have, the funny thing is about Q's posts is that they're all very self-explanatory. That's why I don't usually do like analysis, too much analysis on the posts, because they're quite self-explanatory. When does your enemy expend ammunition? Do you expend ammunition against a weak opponent? No. Right? Do you expend ammunition against a non-threat? No. Critical thinking, media cluster bombs, attack versus POTUS. And President Trump has been brilliant in terms of his chess moves, in terms of getting the enemy to expend all of their ammunition and use all their utilize all their plays in the game. And Trump's going to come in there with and he's going to, he's going to clean them up. president said that he daily ingests the hydroxychloroquine to prevent COVID-19. Pre-announcement. I mean, this is huge, and of course they criticized him for that as well. But because according to Dr. Mikovits, it protects the cell from any of the invading viruses, and so it has that prophylactic benefit to it. I really would like to. I'm going to try to check out. I'm going to try to see if I can find my live chat window so I can see if there's any comments. No, I can't find anybody. I don't really know if this is live streaming or not. It's very strange. I've never had a window like this before. I don't think I'm actually live right now, but I am on the radio, it seems like. But I just don't think I'm live on YouTube. If I am, I have no idea where you are. This doesn't seem like it's popped up in the window. I'm going to go back and see where it is. I guess I'll find it later if you stream on YouTube. Oh, there you are. Okay, let's see if I can still find it. I don't think so. I don't even see. Oh, I see what's happening there. This is so unusual. I can't. This is the other report, so it doesn't look like this one is streaming live on YouTube right now. Although it does say it is. I don't think it is actually. So, copy streaming link. Yeah, it's really strange. Let me copy that. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of sum things up. I'm going to take another look at what's going on online and talk about this. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that we all remembered why we, pay homage on Memorial Day. We really do need to remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for freedom, for our country, and we have to keep fighting for it because we are at risk of losing it. In my opinion, I think we've already lost this country, and they were just keeping the illusion that we had it to keep us from rising up and taking back control. So of course they're going to want to do that. You really have to understand the enemy, folks. If you don't, then we're all screwed. That's really the reality of it. There's also a report out of the Daily Mail .uk saying that keeping 2 meters apart to stop COVID is based on made-up figure, that there's really no real scientific evidence behind this social distancing. Because, I mean, when you sneeze, it spreads 12 feet anyway, right? So how long are we going to passively sit by and let them inflict these draconian measures on us? How long? And, I mean, are people able to pay their mortgages? We just did a GoldFish Report Dragon update on, this battle for a brave new world, and how are we going to survive this battle? We have to be the checks and balances. We have to realize that we are fighting an enemy, that we are fighting a war, and we have to realize that we have a role to play in that. And we have to put an end to this increased, this sudden need for all this surveillance. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable, right? So this is it. Yeah, this elderly couple removed by force, taken to the hospital for their own safety. Yeah. I don't know. We showed that video, folks. It's very, very disturbing. Oh, no. Okay, so here is the video of this guy. He was a 20-year-old boxer, moved to Michigan nursing home because he had coronavirus, I guess, to work, right? He beat the 77-year-old veteran and was still there a week later. He's beating him on this video. It's extremely disturbing. It is on our Twitter. I'm sorry, our Twitter. Twitter. Witter. Maybe that was a Freudian slip. It should be called Witter. But there is, as I was reporting earlier about Hong Kong, this is something that's happening right now in Hong Kong that I wanted to share with everybody, and I'm going to play it now. So let me screen share this, because I need to screen share the sound for the radio viewers.
The territory as feared.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Hong Kong has finished these national security laws, which criminalize talk of secession, treason, and the rest of it, plus all the surveillance and the secret police that come in and all the rest of it, finishes off the political freedoms that the people in Hong Kong have. And look, the smart money knows that the mainland was coming for this problem anyway. They've been watching it for over a year. President Xi was looking elsewhere, and now he has to show great strength. And keep in mind, he's the most authoritarian leader of China since Mao Zedong. So he's got to show why he's the boss. And look, these people, they got a deal from the British to go to 2047. One country, two systems. What's that mean? Well, it doesn't mean anything. It was the British swan song on the way out. And, they're living on borrowed time. It's now at 2047, so the mainland, Beijing has decided to come in now. So this is going to get ugly. And you imagine how bad the calculation must be in Beijing with the relations with the United States. They no longer care about trade negotiations. They don't care about their special relationship with President Trump. They're throwing it all aside, and under the cover of the COVID-19 pandemic, they're going to move, and they're going to send a very important message to Taiwan not to move further. Now, the thing that we should be doing, there's all this talk about sanctions and the rest of it, we should be thinking about whether we open our borders to Hong Kong refugees. Now, some Hong Kong rich people have gotten out to Malaysia and Singapore and probably Australia too. So there'll be an outflow, and Beijing won't be sorry to see these people go. But look, Hong Kong, in terms of political freedom, is dead man walking. They're finished, and they know they're finished. And we have no legal basis to stand on except the agreement signed with the British and the Chinese a number of years ago. And look, who's going to go to war over Hong Kong? Nobody. The United States, the EU, Britain, no one's going to go, but they're going to make life a little difficult. Now, there is a little problem here, and that is Hong Kong has had special status under this arrangement, that is special trade status with the United States, which allowed it to become a giant financial and commercial center. Now, that's going to be withdrawn because the one thing Congress can agree on, and that's the Republicans and the Democrats, is they have a bipartisan hatred for what's going on right now in Hong Kong. There's a lot of anti-Chinese sentiment, which is funneled through this support for Hong Kong. And so they're going to come down on them like a ton of bricks, and there's not much that President Trump can do about it because his veto power won't stand up against the large numbers in the Senate and in the House of Representatives. So we've got a very dangerous situation. Look, I've been saying for a year that this is coming because, the ducks are all lined up. I was just waiting for Beijing to decide to move forward on this. And here they are at the National Congress. And he says, the Premier says, this is a form of terrorism that we have to suppress.
And Professor, the timing of it also is quite curious. We're in the midst of a pandemic and China appears to be moving on Hong Kong right now. The timing is just extremely curious.
Well, it's not only curious, it's opportunistic. It's the perfect opportunity to move when half the world is facing down a pandemic and trying to deal with the economic fallout. It's the perfect cover for China. And, they have no economic forecast this year. They're going to go into negative growth. They figure, well, this is, it was going to be economy was going to be number one until COVID-19 came along, and now they're going to settle this up. Now, look, there's some scores to settle here too. Beijing has been looking the other way at the violence, and they've looked at the inability of the assembly to do anything about it. And now it's time to score points. Now, these guys don't play softball. And people say, what are they going to do next? Are they going to play a hardball? Well, we know from Tiananmen Square and how these things work. Look, if anyone knew how the Communist Party works, they know that it's ruthless, that the Constitution is designed to make it move forward and to protect it. This is about raw power, and the protesters in Hong Kong will be powerless. For the neighbors of Hong Kong, of course, this is the canary in the coal mine. When they see how the Chinese are going to deal with this. And then they see how the Chinese then move on to dealing with Taiwan and then with the South China Sea. People will sort of come into line. So this is where everybody takes the gloves off and they fight it out. And at the end of the day, the Chinese have every right to have the final say in Hong Kong. It's one country, two systems. Well, in a very short while, it's going to be one country and one system.
And
yeah, so I want to stop there because I wanted to just screen share that with everybody to let you know what's really happening in Hong Kong. And it does look like, as this professor said, this is RMIT University professor Joe Siracusa. He says, there's no doubt about it, Hong Kong is finished. This is, I think he's in Melbourne, but I could be wrong. It just said that, well, that's where Sky News was in Melbourne, but I'm not sure where this professor is from. RMIT University, wherever that is. I'm not sure where that is. The national security laws are finished off the political freedoms the people had in Hong Kong when they were under British rule. It looks like it's over. And it does look like that this COVID-19 was a cover for that move, for them to move in and finish that off. So I just wanted to leave it there for tonight. I wanted to thank Audrey Ewis for simulcasting this report and the POTUS report prior to this. These are just some other topics of news that I wanted to bring in and discuss. Well, I thought Audrey was going to join me, but he wasn't able to, so it's okay. It's just that right now we need to get all the reporting about Hong Kong that we can, so we can see the writing on the wall, folks. We really need to see the writing on the wall. So I hope everybody has a great night. I thank Audrey for simulcasting, as I said, and broadcasting this. We'll be back. GoldFish Report will be back on Monday with, it'll be either Monday or Tuesday. I haven't spoken to the Fets about it, but because it's Memorial Day, I'm not sure if we're going to move it to Tuesday. But we will be back next week at the beginning of the week with another political theater, and we're going to talk about all of this. And I will be talking more about Hong Kong. And these are not positive developments, folks, to be honest with you. They're not positive. So I think there's an awful lot of political moves being gained by this under the guise of coronavirus, and we need to be very careful about that here. So everybody have a good night. Audrey, thank you for your help, and we will to broadcast this report, and we will see you all next week. So you all have a good night, and thanks for joining us.